Night had laid its velvet shroud over the quiet valley, but peace was nowhere to be found inside the small wooden house where Deep and Nhi slept. The lamplight flickered restlessly, as if echoing the tension thickening in the air. James' father had made his move, quiet, calculated, and ruthless. But Deep was not the same timid girl she once was. It was nearly midnight when the sound of an engine rumbled outside. At first, Deep thought it was the wind whistling through bamboo leaves, but then came the unmistakable thud, car doors shutting, footsteps crunching over gravel. A chill rose along her spine. She moved quietly toward the window, parting the curtain just enough to see two men in black suits step out of a sleek dark sedan. Their faces unreadable, almost cold. "Kong the now," she whispered. These were not ordinary visitors. These were his men. James's father had sent them. Deep's first instinct was simple: protect Nhi. She hurried to the small room where Nhi slept soundly, oblivious to the storm looming outside. The knock on the door came sharp and authoritative. "Bop. Bop. Bop. Miss Deep," one of the men called, voice steady and without emotion. "We have a message from Chairman Victor." Chairman Victor, James's father. Deep inhaled deeply, steadying her breath. She opened the door just enough to stand between the men and her home. "What does he want?" she asked, voice firm despite her racing heartbeat. The taller man handed her an envelope. Thick, heavy. "Chairman Victor urges you to consider what's best for James's future," he said. "And for your child." It wasn't a suggestion, it was a warning laced in silk. The second man added quietly. "Take the offer. Leave this place. Leave James." Deep froze. Inside the envelope was a signed contract. A relocation package worth 2 billion dong, a house abroad, and a monthly allowance. On one condition: she must disappear from James's life forever. Deep clenched the envelope in her fist. "I refuse," she said, her voice sharp as steel. The men exchanged a glance. "You should rethink," the taller one whispered, stepping closer. "Because the chairman is also rethinking your safety, and the child's." The implication sliced through the night like lightning. But Deep did not flinch. "You can tell Chairman Victor this," she said slowly, meeting their eyes. "I am not something he can buy. And neither is my family." She closed the door before they could respond. Behind it, Deep collapsed against the wood, breath shaking, but she did not cry. Strength had no room for fear tonight. Morning sunlight filtered into the wooden house, soft and gentle in contrast to the storm inside Deep's heart. Nhi toddled out sleepily, rubbing her eyes. "Mommy?" Why are you awake so early? Deep forced a smile. Just preparing breakfast. Come here, sweetheart. She brushed Nye's hair gently, but her eyes kept flicking toward the window, checking if the car had returned. Danger no longer felt distant, it felt inside the air she breathed. When her phone buzzed, she immediately recognized the international number. James, Deep, he said softly. Your voice sounds off. Is everything all right? She hesitated. If she told him the truth, he would fly home immediately, and that was exactly what his father wanted, to destabilize him, to use Deep as leverage. So she whispered, "It's nothing. Just tired." James paused. The silence was heavy, perceptive. Deep, my father didn't come to see you, did he? Her breath caught. He did, she finally admitted. And he's not done. James exhaled sharply, anger cracking through his composed tone. I'm coming home. No. She cut in. James, you can't let him see he's getting to you. If you return now, things will only get worse. You're more important than business, he said. More important than anything he wants. Her heart softened, but fear remained. I'll protect you and NHI, James vowed. But Deep wasn't sure if even his love could shield them from a man as powerful as Victor. By late afternoon, the villagers sensed something was wrong. An unfamiliar luxury SUV was parked near the market. Strange men spoke quietly near the rice fields. Even the elders murmured about outsiders asking questions about a young woman with a child. Deep tried to hide her dread, but news reached her fast. People say a rich man from the city is searching for you. Her stomach twisted. Victor wasn't waiting anymore, he was hunting, and she knew what that meant. James didn't have much time left before his father forced a confrontation. That evening, Deep took Nye's small hand and led her outside. Together, they stood before the tree they had planted the day before. NHI, she whispered, no matter what happens. Mommy will always protect you. The little girl nodded, not fully understanding, but sensing the gravity in her mother's voice. Deep dug her fingers into the soil, grounding herself. If he thinks he can break us, she murmured, he doesn't know me at all. Her fear transformed into resolve. She would not run. She would not disappear. She would not bend to Victor's threats. If a storm was coming, she would face it head-on, even if it meant standing alone. But soon, she wouldn't be alone. Because James was already on the next flight home, and Victor, he had just begun the war.